been a real privilege to work with Lucy Schaefer and Chris Gillett from Wild Plum and Alison Balson and Camilla King from Cheltenham Music Festival. And the workshop today gives composers the opportunity to hear their works performed by mezzo-soprano Rachel Lloyd, pianist Lana Bode, and an open space to try out new techniques and ideas and receive feedback from mentor composers Erilyn Wallen and Joanna Lee in a supportive environment.
Each workshop comes together by the composer explaining their goals, performance of the piece, breaking it down, finding problematic areas that might be solved by a different vocal inflection, by different notational skills, and finding out what was working well, what didn't work, and how they then look at the whole piece. And by breaking it down, they can now create it in a new image, and that's what education and mentorship and workshopping is all about.
When the music's been written, there are so many unknowns that on paper you almost don't want to make a decision about until it's heard live.
I really like to have that feeling of each crotchet is a crotchet,
I mean, for me as a composer, I'm really interested in what people think about it, whether it's playable, or even if it is playable, whether it's enjoyable to play. One of my questions for the pianist is actually, yes, with a bit of work you could play that, but is that something you'd want to work on? I want to know where I can make it, even if it's challenging, more enjoyable and more of a satisfying experience.
What we want the piece to be, but it's not a clear instruction what you've got to do to produce that effect. So I mean, that's the thing to be aware of as well, isn't it?
Workshops serve several purposes, and especially when the composers come in different parts of their growth. And it's important because we learn when we're ready to learn. When you hear it, even if you're going up the old educational spiral of enlightenment and composition, somebody goes, oh yeah, I'd forgotten that. And so when you're teaching or guiding someone who's younger and doing more elemental things, the older person goes, yes, I do know that. I have value. And so no matter what level you're speaking to, someone is going to find something that's important to them to help them move forward.
That's not what I'm intending.
There were just things that I missed, actually, in the music, in the text, and I was like, of course, that should be that. Or, yes, that's a good point, and I know where to take that. So there were those little moments where you just think, oh, well, I've dissected this. Of course there are going to be things you miss, you're human. And that's actually part of the fun, and that is why a workshop is so helpful. Because a lot of the time, one doesn't have an opportunity to do that in such detail.
I mean, at the moment my baby's only just starting on solids. I can't really leave her at home. It meant a lot that, I went to PRS and I said, I'm really interested in being involved. Thank you for selecting me, but I need to bring my child with me. PRS didn't bat an eye. If you're trying to raise the profile of female composers, you need to put things in place to allow them to do that. And this was just a fantastic way of enabling me to take part. And my daughter's loved it, and I think other people have loved her.
But what has brought me joy is seeing how we can all come together to nurture the music that's being made today.
I think it's incredibly important to create spaces for women composers to come together in workshops like this.
To be able to come to this building here and step into PRS as, a composer, but to actually be able to come here, it does provide you with a sort of real sense of worth.